Hello and welcome to what will be a sort of special group build thing where a lot of customizers are getting involved, and it's going to be in aid of one of our brothers that restores and customizes die-cast vehicles, mainly Hot Wheels, and he's had the news that he's got stage 4 cancer, so it's going to be a sort of funding video, and all the vehicles that everyone build are going to be shipped to the States over the pond, and they're going to go on eBay to be sold to make money for the charity. And also, down in my description of the video, I will post a GoFundMe link, so you can link into the GoFundMe page, and any donations will be gratefully welcome from the family, I'm sure. And once they're ready, you can keep your eye out on eBay, and if you fancy the vehicles that are being built, you can bid for them. Anyway, on with the build. Well, first off, I think we should start by switching over parts. On this one, it has cracking wheels. More normally than not, the wheels are bowed, as in the case of this example. They nearly always finish up with wheels like that, the mod tractor. Always did, as I remember as a kid, but I was swapping the wheels and engine unit off this one onto my other version. It has all the intakes on this, but the exhaust is missing the end bit on one part, which the reason I'm swapping parts out of this for this one is, those who know will instantly have noticed, the main reason is this one is the more normal version you'll find, which doesn't look to be much difference at first, but if you look on the rear mudguard there, it has a V echoing the V on the front of the bonnet, whereas this 1972 casting, I think it was just, this one was just cast in 72, instead of echoing the V on the bonnet, it has headlights on the wing. So I wish to use the good parts off that one on this one, find a new better engine unit and have it as a nice version, fairly unmolested. I'm going to put the new engine unit in it, the bits off that one. I'm not going to paint it, and then screw it all back together and have it unmolested as possible, because it also has, instead of the silver base unit, it has the black base unit, so that'll be left as is. And this is going to be the one I'm going to use, albeit without the mint back, because it also has the tow hook on the yellow seat unit, which that one has lost. Kids bit it off, I think. Bit of plastic to the diet. Here we see early man trying to make the use of everyday basic tools. If lucky, he will get in by lunchtime and secure mating rights with the female of the species. Put off by the complexity of the task, he retires to a safe distance to fight on at a later date. Right, here we are with the bits we have left to work with. Unfortunately, this one, I'll ditch the other parts down there, wiggle it apart. Unfortunately, it blew the post while we were drilling, so when it goes together it will be super glued back together, but I figure for what we're doing it for and everything, it's only going to end up a display piece anyway, so it's not going to be played with. Thing is, if I glue it back together, all the wheels should still turn and everything, so it shouldn't diminish from how it is, and it should still be pretty tough. But anyways, and my plans for it, as it's being shipped across the pond to the USA for reselling on eBay, and I guess it'll end up in the USA. There can only ever be one colour it's going in, and that'll be the John Deere colours of green, but I'm planning on doing a gold flake over the top of my green I've got, and doing yellow wheels, so it should look quite pretty as a custom John Deere tractor. Also, why I was saying it was going in yellow is, yeah, green with yellow, is there's already the yellow seat, so it saves painting a seat. This may be chopped down, or I may leave the hood on it, I don't know yet. See how that pans out. Actually, comparing sizes, the better size are the rear ones, comparing it to the Matchbox wheels that were originally on it. They're a better size, so I think they'll be what I run with. Yeah, they're a better size, so I think they'll be what I run with. The rear wheels off the Hot Wheels car, looking good. Yeah, so up to now this is where I'm about up to. Decided on these off the Hot Wheels. They'll need a bit of either repainting or scratch the red off, it'll come off without damaging the yellow. And the rear wheel will obviously be yellow to go in the John Deere theme, as will the seat. And I'm planning on, I have a blower off of Hot Wheels 64 Chevy Impact. Is it a Chevy Impact? I don't know. Anyway, I've got a blower off it, and I think that'll be taking place on top of this engine. Give it a bit more menacing look. Anyway, stay tuned. This is going to be the top end of the engine for the tractor. Coming off as you can see, an experimental car. Experimenting with all things paint, messing about. Experimenting with nail varnish, not in a finding me feminine side either, before people mention. I quite like that going on, the red with the blue and the red flakes, but the flakes are a bit big to go through the airbrush. But anyway, that's the car where I'm going to be salvaging the engine. Anyways, here was where we'll get a bit nasty to the Chevy Impala. It's for a better cause, but it's just not turning out to be his day at all. And probably not mine when I saw through my own finger. As razor saws imply, they're a razor and a saw. So as I have done in the past, when you do saw your finger, there's plenty of claret. Woo, nearly. Easy tiger. And that will be about where I'm going with this. Looks okie dokie to a degree. Right, that's pretty much there to the look I'm thinking of. It's had all the rough building on now. It's time to glue bits together and strip paint and start applying paint. Here we see the lesser spotted tractor body, bereft of parts and ready to voyage into the caustic soda dip. Once there, he will clean himself devoid of paint, ready for his new plumage for mating. Here we go. Not like we haven't seen this before. Holy shit! Holy shit balls, Batman! And here we are, resplendent. That's a posh word, isn't it, for me? Resplendent. In its colours that it's been done in. It's been done in the John Deere green with a gold to represent yellow, a gold flake. Hello to the final reveal for this build I'm doing for being auctioned on eBay. You can find details in my video description. I'll put a link for the GoFundMe page. I'll put one for Outlaw Speed Shop on YouTube, who's promoting the video, the builds. And what else do I need to do? Oh yeah, and if you fancy getting involved in the build, if you're a builder, contact Outlaw Speed Shop and he has all the details on one of his videos. Thank you very much and catch you on my next build. Cheers.